As Dwight Eisenhower was campaigning to become the 34th president, a small group of Christ followers saw the need for a new church to reach the growing population of Northwest Dallas. On September 8, 1952, after much prayer, 52 people met in Preston Hollow School to organize that church. Charter member and deacon Cecil Orr suggested the church be named Northway Baptist Church because the church was in the far north part of town and it represented the right way to Christ. Northway Baptist Church had begun. Charter member number 48, Mildred Salmon, shares the story of Northway's earliest days.
There was a house at the back of the property with an attached garage, and they took the wall out between the garage and the living room to make our first auditorium. And then the men of the church and the women cooked the evening meals for the men, and they built the second sanctuary on what was Hedgeway. The men of the church hauled, I think it was 2, possibly 3, but 2 Quonset hut buildings, which was the Sunday school buildings.
Earl Johnston was called to be the first pastor of Northway. During the 6 years he served, the men of the church built the first brick building, an east wing containing classrooms and a fellowship area. This building was later replaced with updated renovations. The first commercial construction project on the property was a sanctuary, constructed in 1957, now the current Fellowship Hall building. Named the Powell Raines Building after the tragic death of the 17-year-old son of charter members Jim and Afa Raines. During those early years under its first pastor, Northway's membership grew to 563, while the church baptized 194 new believers. The second pastor, W. Dub Baker, was called to Northway in 1958 and served until 1970. Brother Baker brought the rich voice of a biblical orator to the pulpit. He continues his pastoral calling today at the Urban Park Baptist Church in Dallas. He and his wife Connie remain close to the Northway family. Baker recently reflected on his days at Northway.
It's always been a mission-minded church, I think. They have given well through the cooperative program, and then in those days the special mission offerings, Lottie Moon, Mary Hill Davis, and Annie Armstrong particularly. We also had great Bible schools in those days. A lot of that stuff was kind of new, and people responded a whole lot better then than they do now to it. The workers were not worn out, for one thing, and the kids, it was new to them, and they delighted to come, and so we had record attendance in our vacation Bible schools, and people gladly helped us do that. There was more genuine Christianity here than any other place I've ever lived or pastored or known about in those early days. And that carried through in everything we did.
While Baker served as pastor, Northway continued to grow, reaching a membership of more than 1,100 and baptizing 388 people. Under his leadership, further construction followed to meet the needs of the growing congregation. The current worship center was dedicated in April of 1964. Later, the Boyd Education Building provided space for both classrooms and an office suite. Following the Baker era, Northway continued to grow significantly with creative ministry expressions under the leadership of Dr. Billy Weber. During his administration, the church developed a dynamic single adult ministry under the leadership of Sam Dennis, now the pastor of Parkway Hills Baptist Church in Plano. The final 2 buildings of the Northway facility were erected during Weber's tenure as pastor. The Family Life Center was dedicated in June of 1976, and the Children's Building in 1979. The latter was designed to provide a cutting-edge educational environment for Northway's most important asset, her children. The facility was, and it remains today, the home to Northway's Child Development Center, which has served the community for over 20 years. Concurrent with the growth of the congregation, Northway's music ministry became renowned for outstanding Christian performances, special community events such as the origin of the singing Christmas tree. These ministries developed under the leadership of its beloved minister of music, Jim Moses. It was during Weber's pastorate that Northway saw the need for another church in the expanding reach north of her present location and gave leadership and resources to begin the Prestonwood Baptist Church.
Hello, I'm Jack Graham, and I'm so thrilled to be able to participate in this legacy service because Prestonwood Baptist Church is your legacy, Northway. You are our mother church, and the vision and the commitment that you made so long ago in the late 1970s is a commitment that carries on even today. So many of our members, our finest members, initially were seated here at Prestonwood, and the fruit that remains, the incredible experience of this church, is in great part due to the faith and the faithfulness of the people of Northway.
The genial Bob Norman became pastor following Weber's departure. His personality and spirit brought health and unity to the fellowship, who created lapel buttons for the congregation to wear which said, "Love that Bob." During some worship services, Pastor Norman would be playing his trumpet, while the minister of music Moses accompanied him on cowbells, wash tubs, and an occasional large handsaw. During the pastorate of Robert Parker, Northway embarked on an aggressive capital campaign to refurbish buildings while connecting them together via the skylighted atrium, which now provides an area where members can fellowship while enjoying a cup of coffee from the Wake Up. For more than 57 years, Northway has been known as a fellowship of loving compassion. She has given more than $2 million to mission causes around the world. Her members have been faithful visionaries, seeking to follow God while engaging the community through mission ministry. Today we celebrate her legacy of faith, not as an end, but as a new beginning, that future generations may find faith, hope, and love in this place, the Village Church, Dallas, Northway.
I have joined different churches. I would say this one is the 5th church of my life. But the churches were established. I never one time thought of how that church got there. But I know where Northway came from, because we painted, we scraped windows, we washed windows, we dusted. The men mowed, the men built, the women cooked for the men. Northway is my favorite church. I've seen comings and goings, some of them good and some of them bad. So I am here, and I plan to stay.
So I simply want to say, on behalf of our entire congregation of Prestonwood, thank you. Thank you for the living legacy. Thank you for your investment in the gospel in this church. And I assure you, when we all get to heaven, we're going to celebrate together every single victory. God bless you. Thank you, Northway Baptist Church.